keeping an eye on how Senator Paul is doing as he continues on his epic journey right here. But joining me now, 2016 presidential candidate Senator Bernie Sanders, a man who has used the filibuster himself at certain times. Patriot Act seems perfectly teed up for Congress to do what it does best, which is do nothing, right? It's got you guys got this one. It's like a fastball pitched down the middle of the plate. You got a sunset clause in the Patriot Act, and all you folks have to do is not do anything. And yet, that's not going to happen, right?
Well, who knows what will happen? But let me just say this, Rand Paul and I do not have a lot in common on a whole lot of issues. But I think on this issue, we're coming from the same page. Chris, I worry very much about the United States moving rapidly into an Orwellian type of society. And, it's not just that the NSA is collecting every phone call, virtually every phone call made in America, has access to your websites that you visit, the emails that you send. It's the private sector knowing what books you're buying, what food you're eating, your medical records, your banking records. This is really scary stuff. And technology has significantly outpaced legislative ability to protect our privacy.
So are Senate Democrats going to come together around an alternative? I mean, what's going on in your caucus right now in terms of this legislation?
I'll tell you, and I should tell you, I voted against the original Patriot Act and the reauthorization of the Patriot Act for all of those reasons. What's going on right now is my colleague from Vermont, Senator Leahy, has a reasonable bill, and he's trying hard, and he's trying to work with the Republicans, essentially, among other things, to get the phone records, the metadata, out of the NSA back into the private phone companies. He believes, and I agree, that the government should not have that information. And that's a step forward. I don't think it goes far enough.
But, I mean, the end game is there's this sort of clock ticking on the deadline.
Right. So one of two things happen.
They're going to pass something, right? I
mean, maybe not.
I mean, it would be amazing if it sunsetted, I guess is my point.
Well, it may. There may be enough votes to say, no, we have got to take a thorough look at the issue of constitutional rights in this country. Look, everybody agrees that terrorism is a real threat. I certainly do. But I think we can protect the American people without undermining the Constitution and the privacy rights of our people. So to answer your question, whether the Leahy bill passes or not, we're not certain. If it doesn't, it is quite possible that the Patriot Act may sunset.
You have been one of the critics in the Senate of the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
You got that right.
Trade Promotion Authority, one of the most outspoken, along with Senator Warren and Senator Brown. Can I ask you just an informational question? What have you guys seen? There's this question about people say, what is it? What is it? Well, do the people get briefed and they can't talk? What have you seen? How do you know not to like it?
Here's what the process is. Can I walk into the top secret room, which is probably more top secret than the NSA? Can I walk in there and read the document? I can. Can I write down information and take it out? No, I can't. Can I, in a highly technical and legal document of many hundreds of pages, bring in my staff lawyers to help me better understand the document? I cannot do that either. So I have not given credibility to this process. There is virtually no transparency. And that is one of the many reasons to vote against it.
I just want to reiterate this for folks, because I think this is one of the sticking issues, right? Because people talk about the agreement, and the president says, well, they can see it if they want. There is a room that Bernie Sanders can go to as a member of the United States Senate.
Correct.
In that room, there is a document that's printed out that's the sort of draft agreement thus far, right? Things that have been hammered out.
Correct.
It is a technical. It's like reading all of the Affordable Care Act, right? I mean,
probably worse than
right. I mean, it's a highly technical document. Yeah. What you can do is you can go in and you can read it, commit it to memory, and walk out.
If I had a photographic memory, it would work just great.
But you can't have staff, you can't take notes, you can't do any of that?
Correct.
That really does seem absurd.
Of course it's absurd. And, there are the reasons that many of us are opposed to this agreement. In my view, it continues the disastrous trade policies of NAFTA, CAFTA, permanent normal trade relations with China, which have led to the loss of millions of decent paying jobs.
But then you say that, but then who knows? Maybe there's great stuff in there. I mean, that's part of this is part of the chicken and the egg, right? You just told me it's sitting there. I could go, but
we know enough about it. No, I don't think there's great stuff. I really don't think so.
Bernie Sanders, Senator of Vermont, will be formally kicking off the campaign
in Burlington, Vermont on next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Come. Oh, it was a pleasure. Good to see you.
Okay.
All right.